Shalom. Once again, I want to give all praises and all glory to no other than Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, Great Stone, and peace and salutation to the elect and the scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. God's worship His word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. And the name of the video is going to be, watch what you eat, right? Watch what you eat. The Most High, Yahweh, through His Son, Yahweh Shai, through the Ruach HaKodesh, and the elders and members of GMS Great Stone, give us a good understanding, not only about the scriptures, but about life also, right? And this book, the Bible, is the book of life, right? Is the way of life for the Israelites. So you returning to this truth. One of the things you got to do, is watch what you eat, right? Don't be as the heathens, right? Don't be as the heathens and watch what you eat. Watch where you put into your body. The scripture said, "Not know ye not that your body is a temple of the living power." Right, so you gotta be careful about what you're eating and what you're putting in for your body. Right, so I got a quick video we can go into, and then I can bring out a few scriptures. Right, so let me get the video first.
You can't beat British grub. But these days you've got to spend a packet to bring home the bacon. And don't even get me started on the eggs. The cost of living crisis is hitting Britain hard, with food prices rising at the fastest rate in 40 years. But now, a new line of affordable protein is hitting our shelves. This is engineered human meat. That's right, a protein made from...
And other places, right? Down here in Guyana, not so much, but wherever happened, just like it's only a short time before it start happening and start selling, even down here in Guyana, right? Should go into processed meat, right? And hey, this is all the work of Esau Edom. Esau Edom weaponized food, right? He made food, as a weapon also, in which he used to oppress you Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Negroes, right? Also the speckled birds, right? This is what Esau uses his food to do. Now, not only that he makes pork and other unclean things in a lot of things, now he's engineering human meat to sell. Right? So there you go, a little more into the video. You know what? Let me get this preset before I go further. Doesn't be the first precept, because if you ever said this whole earth is defiled, right, under the inhabitants thereof. Alright, let me do this. Straight to the point, right? This is Isaiah 24:5. It says, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof." Right? And under who? Under Esau rulership. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The elites of the nation of Edom, right? The rich banking families. They's the one that control the food prices, the water prices, and all these things, right? Here it is, in the world today, it is illegal to dig your own well, and our forefathers used to do dig their own wells. This is what Israel was known for, for digging their own wells. It says, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenants." Right? And they change the law and say, well, hey, there's nothing unclean to eat. Right? Basically, they eat anything from shrimps to crab to pork. Now they even eating human meat. Alright? So let's go back to the video.
You can't beat British grub. It's stunning. With the promise of cheap meat for all, it may the promises to be cheaper and tastier. But these days you've got to spend a packet to bring home the bacon. And don't even get me started on the eggs. The cost of living crisis is hitting Britain hard, with food prices rising at the fastest rate in 40 years. But now, a new line of affordable protein.
And let me say this: the reason why cost of living going so high is because they're about to change the whole system, right? And if you control the food, wherever currency it is that you introduce, people can go with, right? So you create a crisis and then you create a solution.
It is hitting our shelves. This is engineered human meat. That's right, a protein made from human cells that promises to be cheaper and tastier than any of its competitors. I'm Greg Wallace, and I'm off to visit Good Harvest, where a whopping 6 tons of human meat is engineered every day. That is stunning. With the promise of cheap meat for all, it may well be the meaty miracle we need to ease the squeeze of the cost of living. Anyone for
Can't say you gotta be careful what you're eating out there. Stay away from these canned stuff. Stay away from burgers and hot dogs and what's not. These things it ain't good to eat, right? And if you've been looking at the apostles, lately, they've been, doing a lot of health videos. Showing, leading by example. Showing you how to live a healthier life, right? Not like you're trying to save this flesh or anything, but this we gotta work with for now. So trying to come into this truth. You're supposed to acknowledge this and just take the best out of the worst, right? Get a little more of this video and then we get some preset.
Human meat. I'm Michelle Ackley, and while Greg comes face to face with the production line, I'll be conducting a taste test with some very picky palates.
It's really tender. For the
So they say human meat, right? And people tasting and eating this thing willingly. You know, tasting and eating this thing willingly. And hey, the Most High prophesied show his prophet Ezekiel that hey, this is gonna happen. Right? Ezekiel 4, it says defile bread. Right? Go straight to the point. Ezekiel 4 and verse 13, it says, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. Right? So the Most High scatter Israel between every nation upon the face of the earth. You know, this part of the chorus in Deuteronomy 28. Right? And part of the chorus also is that hey, we can eat defiled bread. Right? Let me read a verse up. Verse 12 it says, and ye shall eat, and thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt make it with the dung that cometh from man in thy sight, in their sight. Right, so the Most High told Ezekiel to do this, to let the people see, showing you what will happen to them in the latter days, you know, in these times. Alright, so let me check the word. Check this word for bread, because it wasn't talking about just bread. It was talking about, you know, literal food, anything that is consumed.
Strong's H 3899. Lechem.
Lechem, right? It says bread, food, grain, bread, corn, food in a general sense, right? And the majority of things that, you know, that is out there selling in the market, you know, it isn't good for you, like sausage and corned beef, and you know, all these things is polluted, you know, defiled bread. So you check on this word defile.
Strong's H 2931. Tameh.
Right? It says unclean. Right? After you eating genetically modified meat made from human cells, you know, hey, there's unclean, unpure, right? There's unclean and unpure, you know. So hey, you brothers that is in the truth, coming to the truth, you know, a lot of young brothers coming in every day, you know. Watch what you eat. For me, since I used to be a lover of sausage and corned beef, you know, but since I come to the truth 5 years now, hey, never put it back to my mouth. Right? Knowledge is scripture say our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Now that the Most High give you this knowledge, you got to use it, you know, to the best of your ability to live a more holy and separate life, you know, from these people. Anyway, with that, just want to give our praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom. Until next time.